Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim, and today I'm continuing my playthrough of Silent War 2.0 with the IJN expansion. Campaign number 3, Turning the Tide. We are starting on week 2 of March 1944. Alright, I don't think I have anything preliminary-wise to go over here, so let's just go ahead and jump right into the action. Starting as always with the war event phase. So 0 to 3 on the black die. We'll have a war event. No war event. Excuse me. No torpedo improvement. We're quite a ways off from that, as we demonstrated last episode. Ultra intelligence and weather event phase, starting with Ultra. Get the Ultra chart here, and we'll roll a single die for that. A 0 is going to be, excuse me, the Yellow Sea and the Bonans. Yellow Sea is way up here. And the Bonans again. I think we had them last time. All right. Weather phase. Again, no weather roll for March. Start doing that again once we get to April. So that moves us into the R segment. No reinforcements this week. We do still have one sub that's being withdrawn here. They'll be able to make it back to Pearl Harbor this week, so that will be all we need to worry about for that. So ready submarine phase. We'll move all of our pier side and ship side to ready for sea. Big stack here at Pearl Harbor. All right, and then we've got some rolls for those in broom boxes. So we'll start here with the Burrfish at the Fulton. They need a 5 or less. Got it. The S-47 needs a 4 or less. They did not get it. Pike also needs a 4 or less. No. Okay, then we move over to the Sperry. The Below needs a 5 or less. Nope. Not doing as well on these as we did last turn. Sand Lance, 5 or less. No. Flasher, 5 or less. No. Wow. Struck out there. The Bushnell, we've got the Whale, 5 or less. There we go. And the Seal, 4 or less. Yes. Okay. All right. We've got one here at Fremantle. The Haddock needs a 5 or less. Nope. And then quite a few here at Dutch Harbor. A bunch of these guys made it out of the repair box last turn. All right. Let's shift things here a little bit for this. So we got the S-41 needing a 3 or less. Made it. S-40 also needs a 3 or less. Yes. S-42, 4 or less. Yes. Our Luck's turning around here. And S32, 3 or less. Yes, wow. Okay, I've got all of them out. Ready to go. All right, that is all for the ready phase. Repair phase is next. Let's do this one up here at Fremantle first. This is a thresher. Needs a 7 or less. Yep. Is that Robolo? Needs an 8 or less at Pearl Harbor. Yes. Okay, Grider in the Greenling. Needs a 6 or less to advance to repair box 1. Yes, nice. Yeah, we want to get him back out ASAP. Okay, and then we got 2 here in repair box 3, needing a 4 or less. We'll do black dye for the red fin, white dye for the rattan. And the red fin made it. The rattan did not. All right, that's all for repairs. Prep for operations. Move everybody up. And quite a few subs passed their endurance checks last week. So hopefully we'll get some better results. More subs out on patrol. All right, that's everybody. And that will take us to the operations segment. All right, well, let's start by bringing back our sub that was being withdrawn. Straighter there. The Muskellunge. So they make it back to Pearl Harbor safely, and they will go to the West Coast box. Not sure which group they're returning with, but we'll just set them there for now. Okay, then we had this one here. The gunnel, they weren't able to get into, They weren't able to get into the Sperry last turn, so they're going to have to come back to Pearl as well. We'll move them along there. No red boxes to worry about. So they are back in the broom box. All right. Just have the one there. This one here. He can make it to the Bushnell, so let's send him there. The Gudgeon. Only one red box along the route, so he's safe being on transit side. Okay. That's got us, what, 5 now at the Bushnell, 4 at the Sperry, and 3 at the Fulton. We have 3 leaving the Bushnell, so we can make more room if needed. None of those are coming back. We want to try to get them back into the Sperry, but first we need to make a hole here in the Curl Islands. So let's send, who is that, the S-46 back to Dutch Harbor. And then they, even though they're not damaged, they still need to roll. And anything but superficial, we'll put them in repair box 1. So we need a 0 to 2. Nope. So they're going to repair box 1. All right, now we can move these guys to here and see. They need superficial damage as well in order to stop at the Sperry. No. So they will have to go back to Pearl Harbor next week. That just leaves these two. So I think we'll see if these guys can get into the Fulton. So they'll move there. No transit event check needed. Oh, I should have... I think these guys might have needed to do one, actually, because they were leaving the Sea of Japan. So they went through one red box. You don't count where they leave from. This will be the governing op area, though, because we want them to stop here if they do get one. So one red box plus 2 for transit event checks. So the one red box would get canceled out by them being on transit side, but then they get a plus 2 for leaving the Sea of Japan. So they'll actually, if they roll a 7 or higher, right? Yeah, the red box, it doesn't matter. So it's -1 for this, but plus 2 for that. So net plus 1. So an 8 or 9 will potentially cause them grief. No. Okay, good. I guess technically that 9 I rolled for their damage check should have been the transit event check, but won't worry about that. Random is random, right? Okay. So yeah, we've got... Oh, right, we were working on this. I interrupted this to go back and do that because I realized they needed to make a transit event check. So they do not need to make a transit event check, but they do need to roll for their damage. I didn't think I did this already, did I? Losing track now. Well, it's too much damage for them to handle, so they will also have to go back to Pearl Harbor. I think we'll see if these guys can get into the Bushnell. So they won't have to do a transit event check there. Damage roll. Nope, they can't either. Okay, so we'll just have them go back to Fremantle, I guess. That just leaves the Swordfish, and he can either go to, actually he could make it to any of the 3. I think, well, that's a new S2. You know what, let's send him down to the Bushnell. We'll go 1, 2. Transit side, only one red box moved through, so he is safe. Try to keep our lower quality boats down in this area and kind of save this for the better stuff. All right. Yeah, and then we've got, we could actually send our wolf pack up into the Sea of Japan to patrol their next turn. Yeah, why don't we do that? So they're going to go Ooh, they count as 2 for transit event. Right, because they still all move together, I think, as a pack. Let me double check on that. Let me double check. I mean, all we got to do is, oh, maybe. No, because they'll still be in that area then, even if we have those patrol first. So we may not want to do that, actually. I think they move as a group. Wolf packs and transit events. Each submarine of a wolf pack must undergo transit events. Each member must roll separately as normal. However, I guess I can show you what I'm reading. Each wolf pack member subtracts 1 from the transit event die roll. Should a Wolfpack member encounter a transit event, the remaining die rolls to resolve that transit event are normal unmodified rolls, except for the shallow DRM. Which we won't have because we have radar at this point. Yeah, this is the part we don't want. If any of them gets an RTB/damage result, they have to drop out, and then because we'd then be a little below the minimum number for a Wolfpack, they would have to disband. Where does it talk about moving them? Well, here it is, Wolfpacks and movement. All members of a Wolfpack move together as if they were a single unit. Right. And somewhere in here it says that they count as, I think it's every 2 counts as 1 for congregating risk. Somewhere it says that. Yeah, so anyway, that means if we did move them through the Coral Islands, we'd be suffering congregating risk, which would basically nullify their, well, they get a -1 for being on transit and another -1 because they're part of a wolf pack, but then that would add a +1 back. They're going to get +2 for entering the Sea of Japan. So I think we're looking at a net, what is that, a net +1? Yeah. And then there's 2 red boxes here, so that would mean a 7, 8, or 9. They might have a transit event. Yeah, I think we might be better off trying to get them into the Empire Pacific instead, which means we're going to need to do some shuffling first. So let's, well, we do want to, I think, respond to this ultra area here. So I think maybe what we'll do is have these 4 move into there, which means these 4 can move into the East China Sea, which frees this up for the Wolfpack to move into there and possibly, well, actually we have, they'll probably stay there in that ultra area. I don't know. This is a difference of 2 on finding something. So yeah, I think they'd be better off going into there. All right, I'm starting to ramble here, so let's do this. So the Batfish is going to patrol move into here. So they'll get a +1 to their transit event check, so an 8 or 9. Ooh, close. Spotted does not affect that, correct? Let me just confirm that. Yeah, only during War Period 1 and 2 would be spotted give a DRM. All right, so let's do their search and contact, and they get a +1 since it's an ultra area. 5 and 4. Going to be low density, and 4 is a small convoy. And then they'll get an extra ship in each column that has a number. So 3, 3, 2, and 2. All right, this looks somewhat promising. This one is too close. We are spotted though, so I'm a little leery of going aggressive here. I think we will set up here in column A and go standard. So let's see what these three are. Hopefully we don't have a destroyer hiding under these, and yes we do. Well, I guess we'll unflip him. A couple little dinky merchants. So we got to flip 2 more. No diligent, please. Okay, I'll settle for that, I guess. You have a lot of these destroyers hiding under red balls in the first couple columns here. We'll be redoing the war mix the beginning of next month, so maybe we can kind of change that. Okay, it's the Hibiki, something like that. And wow, 3 of the 5 were destroyers. It's terrible. Just terrible. All right, at least it's a small one. The Okikaze. I don't know, something like that. All right, bad news is what it is. 4 TDC markers. We can get our special targeting and escort advantage here if we so choose, but hopefully we won't need to resort to that. Get one of these merchants down and then skedaddle, I think. -1, +2, -1, and 0. All right. Well, I do like the fact that the higher tonnage has the lower defense, at least. So this is 1 - 1 is 0. He's getting 1.5, which will round up to 2 from the ASW. We are an 8, so we need a 6 or less. And we could try a split shot here, but that's not going to be very good with that +2 on it. So we'll just settle for the 1. And we got it. 7 becomes an 8 on the damage chart, and that's, or the attack results chart, and that's certainly more than enough to sink. It'll sink anything but a 56 plus, so. Definitely a 2,000-ton merchant. We're on week 2, March 44. I still haven't put in last week's result, or I haven't put last week's results in the spreadsheet yet, so I gotta remember to do that. This is the Batfish, and they got a 2,000-ton merchant. Let's chalk that up. 2,000 tons, 1 ship. They go away. All right, counterattack. 1.5 rounds up to 2. We got 1 red box and 3 for the war period. Makes 6. We are in shallow water, so we can only subtract 4 for our defense. Which leaves 2. 1 to 2 row, and they get a +1 because we're spotted. So 1 to 2 row with a +1. Ooh, 9. Yikes. That is a damage result. Made us pay for it. All right, we are certainly going to withdraw. We are an A rate, excuse me, A rating, which is normally a 7, but we're damaged. So we're going to need a 6 or less. Nope. Just as well, I think. And then we can roll to see if we lose our spotted marker on a 6 or less. Nope. Keeping that too. I got the trifecta. All right. We'll move the Apagon in next. So again, 8 or 9 for the transit event. Nope. Search and contact with a +1. Ooh, 9-3. That's going to be high density. 3 is a small convoy. And again, we get the extra ship in each column with a number. So 4, 4, 3, and 2. Okay, a couple of no solutions here. Evading. And evading. All right. Kind of want to see what this is. So I think I'm going to set up here in B. And yeah, let's take a chance and go aggressive. Okay. Not great, but ooh, interesting. And then a couple over here. See if we can manage to not find a destroyer. There we go. Guess even if we did, we could have unflipped it. Well, they're all pretty dinky targets, but at least ASW is pretty low. Nothing to replace there, so we'll just get our 4 TDC markers. Looks like we'll go after everything but the gunboat. Maybe a split shot opportunity here. Ooh, not there. Okay, there we go. It's not bad. All right, so I think we go after these two. Let's see what they are individually, and then we'll see what we can do with a split. Need to keep in mind with the split, we get to add the +1 torpedo to each. So this one's going to be a, well, he gets 1 from this, so it's going to be a -1 because we get -1 to our TDC values for being aggressive. So he's a 0, or sorry, -1. We're an 8, so that's a 9. For the 2 hit. And then he's a 3 +1. Now this, even though we're targeting a ship with an ASW value, that special rule where you can ignore their ASW only applies to DDs and DEs, so we still have to count that. 3 + 1 is 4, -2 makes him a 2. So that's a 6 for the 2 hit. So it looks like we could send 2 fewer here. So if we shift 2 off of that one, this becomes a 7. And this becomes an 8. Let's just make sure that's right. Because that means we're sending 5. No, 2 fewer. We can't do 2 fewer. It's either going to be a 4-3 split. Right. I'm doing this wrong. So if we send, what was it? This was an 8, right? Or no, it was a 9. This is a 6. So if we do it as, we want to send more here, obviously. So if we do it as 4, I think we want to send even more than that. I think we want to do 5, 2, because we want this one to be a better number. What was that? Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there, making this one harder, but this one easier. So yeah, we want to send 5 probably here, at least. 5 and 2. So that would be 2 less here, which knocks us down to a 4. And it would be 5 less here, which knocks that down to a 4. Yeah, so that makes them even. That's what we want, I think. Or we could do 6, 1 and make this a 5 and that a 3. And we get the +1 off of each, so want to do that? No, we'll just keep them even. Let me just double check that's right then. So we're sending 5 here, which becomes 6. And they were a 3, 4, -2 is a 2. Yeah. So we're sending, we've got 6, because we get our +1 added to the 5 that we're sending. So that makes that a 4. And then we're sending 2 here, +1 makes 3. And this guy was a -1, so he becomes a 4. Yeah, so that works out right. Okay, been a while, so took me a minute there to get back into how to calculate these split shots. All right, so let's do the bigger one first. So with our aggressive DRM, we need a 5 or less there. And we did not get it. And then we need a 5 or less for the other one. And we got that. Guess we should have done the other way. And 5 becomes 6, which is plenty to sink a 1,000 ton. So the Apogon gets a 1,000 ton merchant. Oh, man, if we'd have gotten him too, there wouldn't have been any counterattack. That goes back to B, so we get one more ship and another 1,000 tons. All right, counterattack. Half rounds up to 1. 1 red box and 3 for the war period makes 5. 5 defense, but we're in shallow water, so subtract 4. 1 to 2 row with a +1 for us being aggressive. Let's not roll an 8 again. That's better. 3 becomes 4. Nothing. Okay. So I think if we stick around, we're going to... Sorry about that. Having a little coughing fit there. If we do stick around, we're going to want to slide over to here, I think, so that we don't have to reveal those. Yeah, let's do that, and let's go ahead and stay aggressive. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. And with my luck, this is going to be a diligent escort. All right, good. That will just merge into his half. So the Hakakaze. And now, boom, 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 boom. Okay, just a DE. So they just get replaced with one of these as well. Hopefully not as bad as that one. Nope, another little half one. The Sanei. Sanei. Something like that. That goes in B. Okay, so we've only got 1.5, so that's not too bad. So yeah, I guess we'll go here. And here. And here. And here. All right, +2, we don't care. Okay, -1 like that to zeros, not too shabby. +2, yeah. All right, so it looks like these two are our best possibilities here. So this becomes a -3, this becomes a -2. There's 1.5 ASW showing, so that's going to round up to 2. So he's a 3, -3 makes him a 0. So that's an 8 for 2 hit. And should probably really get some D10s to use for this. This one's a 1 + 2 makes 3. -2 for the TDC. So he's a 1 against my 8, makes that 2-hit number a 7. So if we want to even those out, we send 4 here and 3 here. So that's 3 less on this one. So that becomes a 4. That's 4 less on this one, and that becomes a 4. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll try the big one first again. The bigger one. Not really big, but bigger. So 5 or less with our aggressive modifier. Oh, wow. Worst possible roll ever. And then the gunboat. Nope, didn't get either one of them this time. That was a shame. All right. Now we have another counterattack with 1.5 rounds up to 2. 1 red box. 3 for the war period makes 6. Again, we only subtract 4. So that puts them on the 1 to 2 row again. This time, though, they get +1 for aggressive and +1 for reattack. So 1 to 2 row with a +2. Ooh, that's another 9. Yuck. We already know that's a damage result. All right, so for our endurance check, once again, we're A rating, but now we're damaged and we went aggressive, so now we need a 5 or less. Nope. This is proving to be quite painful. All right, the Haddo. Transit event check, only on an 8 or 9. Nope. And searching contact with a +1. 4, 9. This is going to be a task force. And 4 is going to make it low density. Extra ship in each column makes it 2, 3, 3, 4. All right. 1 no solution. Evading. I think that's the only one in the A cup. All right, I think this time we want to try to go for some big fish. So we're going to set up over here in column D. And I think we'll go cautious. Let's see what these are. Okay, an auxiliary. Tons. There we go. The brake should be a German flag there. I think I mention that every time that comes out. And let's do this one. Oh no. Well, at least we're cautious, so we have a chance of making them non-diligent. Let's see what their which actual destroyer it is. Okay, it's the Amagiri. So they get +3 added to their ASW, which means, what does that mean? It means because we're cautious, then we get to roll, and if our roll is greater than, let me find this on one of these charts here. Yeah, here we go. For cautious posture, roll 1 die for each diligent escort revealed. If the die roll is greater than the diligent escort's ASW value, which in this case would be 5, because he's 2 + 3, it's treated as a normal DD with -1. I think we corrected this in the rule book. It's with 1 subtracted from its ASW. -1 subtracted from it would actually add 1 to it. If the die roll is 0, then they get +1 DRM to their diligent escort counterattack. So there's a little bit of a risk here, but if we roll a 0, but if we can make this non-diligent, then that means we can unflip it with our radar. So another plus there. All right, so we need to roll higher than a 5. Nice. So they are non-diligent. So the way I've been denoting that is I flip this upside down. So that means their ASW is now actually only 4. And because they're now just a normal DD, we can unflip them with our radar. So we're going to do that. And then this is where it gets kind of interesting in the reattack round now, because since this has a red ball on the back, does that mean we don't? So I think that means we don't have to flip that first. So we could potentially leave him hidden, but I don't think it's going to work out that way. All right, so we've got 2 more to flip still. Well, I guess we wanted to come over here for big fish, so let's see what these are. Ooh, 8,000-ton merchant, okay. And a carrier. Sweet. All right, one of their 3 carriers that they currently have. We'll just roll to see which one it is. 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9. Reroll a 10. Or not a 10, a 0, I guess. Okay, 1. So it's the first one. Ooh. It's the Taiho, 30,000 tons. Sweet. Alrighty, let's get this. We need some TDC markers. See if I can manage to pull a -3 for the Taiho. I haven't seen a -3 for a while. That's gonna be it. Something else. I guess we'll just throw it over here. Oh, well, I'm glad that didn't end up on it. -2, okay. +2. +2. Wow, okay. No, the game's really wanting us to go for the Taiho. So I guess we'll oblige. So there's no revealed ASW. His aircraft capable 1/2 ASW only kicks in for the counterattack. So 6 -2 is a 4. We're an 8. So we need a 4 or less. 50-50 chance here. Gonna need a pretty big damage roll though too. All right, here we go. 4 or less is what we need. Come on. Yes. All right, 3. I don't think that's going to be good enough. Maybe we at least damaged it. 3 becomes 4 with our torpedo value. And we're on, it's 30,000 tons, so we're all the way down here on the 26 to 35. What did I say it was? 3. No, it doesn't even damage it. Wow. We needed to roll at least a 5 to damage it. We needed to roll at least a 6 to sink it. Well, that's disappointing. The problem is if we stay around for another shot, I mean, we could, if we stay cautious, like I said, we don't have to reveal that one because it's a red ball, so we could just reveal these 3. You know what? Let's try it. I mean, I think I've got that right because I unflipped him and now he's doesn't have an IJN or a rising sun flag on the back, so he doesn't have to be flipped over in the reattack round. So if we stay cautious, we only have to flip 3 and we just do these. So here we go. Oh, of course, we flip another one. Oh, man. Well, that's going to make him out. Well, unless we can. Well, even if he's non-diligent, he's still going to have probably at least a 4 ASW, 3 or 4, which is probably going to put them out of reach. Well, we'll see. Depends on what else we reveal. Yamakaze. So they're a 5. So again, we need to roll greater than a 5 to strip them of their diligent status. Yes. All right. Good. So So they don't get their special counterattack against us, and they now have an ASW value of 4. Yeah, that's making him a 10. What am I doing? We got a counterattack to do first. All right, ignore this. Counterattack of 1/2, which rounds up to 1. 1 red box, and then 3 for the war period makes 5. We're in shallow water, so we only subtract 3 for our defense. 1 to 2 row. We were cautious, so they get a -1 DRM. Oh, 7. Ooh, that was close. All right. Okay, now we're in the reattack round. Yeah, so let's continue before we... All right, another auxiliary. So this is where all the auxiliaries are hiding, over in column C and D. It is the Tamatsu Maru. We have to check and see if that is allowed to be found here. It's one of those Imperial Japanese Army ships. And we are in the Yellow Sea, so yes, we can encounter it here. So that's fine. And then our last one is... Ooh, an aircraft. Yuck. All right. Let's see if we can get another crack at it. I think we'll go after the four obvious choices here for our TDC markers. Be a -2 or -3, please. All right. Nope. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. And then these are equivalent because we get the -1 for the reattack round on this one, but not on this one. So they're both going to be -3s. They both have the same defense rating, so why not go for the higher tonnage? Yeah, this is going to be out of reach, I think. 6, that becomes a +1, so that's 7, 8, 12. He's a 12, and we're only an 8. Yeah, we needed it to be, what, 6, 10, 11. Yeah, it had to be a -2 or -3, and then even then we only hit on a 0. All right, well, we should have a semi-decent shot at this one. So he's a 0 plus 4 and 1. So he's a 5. We're an 8. So we need a 3 or less. There it is. I'll take it. Could have used that roll last time. So the Haddo sinks the AO brake. 10,000 tons. Now I won't be able to make that comment anymore about this needing should have that this should have a German flag. That's what I'm trying to say. Over to the pile of shame. Here's the rest of the pile of shame. I haven't stacked it back up. Yeah, and a ship. And 10,000 tons. So that'll just stay there. And this will move up. All right, now we got a little bit stronger counterattack. And when I say a little bit, I mean a lot. 4, 5.5 makes 6. 1 red box, 3 for the war period makes 10. We subtract 3 for our defense because we're in shallow water, which puts them on the 7 row. +1 for re-attack round, -1 for cautious posture. So it's a straight roll on the 7 row. 4. It's not really too bad. Just spotted. Okay, for our endurance check, A rating, 7 or less. No modifiers this time. Oh, come on. We're having the opposite luck with our endurance checks this time. 6 or less to lose the spotted marker. There it is. But we do have to RTB, unfortunately. And that leaves the kingfish. Transit event check on 8 or 9. No. Search in contact with a +1. Ooh, 2, 6. I think that's going to be nothing. Oh no, 2 does find something. Good. Sparse. And 6 is going to be a large convoy. So a sparse, large convoy. Boosted by 1, so 2, 3, 2, 2. All right, here we go. Man, seeing that CV Taiho, I think, is going to turn me into Captain Ahab here. I'm going to be wanting to go after that at all costs. Yeah, let's see if we can find it again. Set up in column D. Go cautious. Ooh. Nope. Oh, we found the Issei though. So let's. Does he have a? He doesn't have a replacement. Or wait, does it? Oh yeah, that's a battleship, right? Yeah, the BV Issei. Here it is. So that gets replaced with that. Another one of those conversion ships. The Issei and the Hyuga, I think, were converted into battleships. All right, and then we got one more. Let's try this one. Okay. I think I'm just gonna settle for that because that could be something much worse. Could be a carrier though too. Man. Yeah, you know what? He's going to make this, well, depending on what it actually gets replaced with, but that's going to make this nearly impossible to hit. Because he's already at a 9. Yeah, let's unflip it. All right. No worse. Yeah, we need this to be really low. Half would be perfect. 1. I think we still have an outside chance here. Got to be a -3 though, I think. 8, 9, 10. Yeah, well, -2 would work too. So it has to be at least -2. first. Hoping that's the lucky one. No TDC marker for the aircraft, obviously. Ooh, the bad thing is here, though, we're probably gonna end up having a theoretical shot at this other face-down destroyer. Well, you know what? I think even though, yeah, I was making this mistake early on. Even though we unflipped it, I think we were still supposed to draw a replacement for it. And actually that might have influenced my decision to flip it back over, because if it was a half, we wouldn't have been any worse off than we already were. I wonder if I should use this as that and then draw a new one for that. That's probably what I should do. So this is the one that I should have drawn to replace this. Then we unflipped it. So I'm going to leave this on here just to show that it was a red ball on the back. So this is the one that actually replaced this one. Oh, perfect. Yeah, see, if I had drawn that one first, I would have just said, okay, that's fine, because it doesn't make it any worse than it already is. All right. So either way, I would have done that. Would have been okay, I think. Well, no. Anyway, that's what it is. So, yeah, we need this to be a... So now even a -1 would do it. Let's see what we got. +1. There's that -1 we need. Come on, -3. Oh, -2, okay. Okay. We're in the realm of possibility. So 8 + 1 makes 9. We're in 8. So we need a 1 or less. Come on. Yeah, that roll right there. Although I think we need more than a 6. What do we need? Let's find out so we can wish for it. 36,000 tons with our +1. We just want to sink it right off the bat. 36,000 tons with a +1. We need at least a 7. So that roll would only damage it. We need a 7 on the white die. So 1-7 is what we're looking for. Or better. No, not even close. Oh well, it was fun to try. Counterattack. 1 + 1 + 3 is 5. 3 for our defense since we're in shallow water. 1 to 2 row with a -1. That's a big nothing. Yeah, we don't. There's no sense taking another crack at that because this guy's going to add another. What was it? 1. Yeah. I mean. There is still a chance. Yeah, let's do it. We're staying cautious. This goes back to cup C. Come on. Give us that -2 again. I think in this case a -1 will still work because we get an extra -1 for the reattack round. So I'm gonna guess that the third one I pull is the one this time. All right. Well, wasn't that one? Wasn't that one? Oh, yes. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't go to -4, but still, it's the best we could do. Best we could hope for. So we got 8, 9, 10. Minus 3 is 7. We're in 8. So we need a 1 or less again. Come on. Ooh, I think we got it. That was what we needed, right? 7 plus 1 on the 36,000 ton is an 8, and that sinks it. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad I decided to stay. Oh, wow. All right. The kingfish is the king. Gets the BV Issei. 36,000 tons. To the pile of shame with you. And to the pile of shame with your base game counterpart. Wow, I'm glad we weren't using this one because that's got a 9 defense on it. Wonder why the difference. We wouldn't have sunk that one. All right. And let's not forget to mark that up. Another ship is going to roll this over up to there. And then 36,000 tons. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That goes up to there. Nice. That puts us at 570 ships sunk for 2,565,000 tons. Excellent. I think that's our second battleship we've sunk too, isn't it? Thinking we got one quite a while back. All right, way to go, Kingfish. But now we got some counterattack coming back at us again. So 1, 2, plus 1, plus 3 makes 6, minus our 3 defense because of the shallow water is 3. So they're on the 3 to 4 row this time. Plus 1 for reattack, but minus 1 for cautious. Five is going to be nothing. Nice. All right, A rating, no modifiers, so 7 or less to stay. Woohoo, just made it. All right. That was exciting. All right, let's see. We're working on clearing this area, right? Because we want to get our wolf pack in there. So let's move over to the East China Sea, and we'll bring in the Pakuda. Transit event check only on a 9. Nope. Search and contact. Straight roll this time. 8-0. Be a moderate density small convoy. So 3, 2, and 1. All right, here's what we got for the Pakuda. This one's too far. Boy, doesn't look too great. Column A, I guess. Let's go cautious. Yeah. Let's see what it is, and then we'll decide. Ooh, it's kind of a nasty one. Problem is, if we unflip that, that means we have to flip one of those. I think I'm just gonna settle for that. Oh, an aircraft, wow. All right, well, this is gonna be a painful 2,000-ton merchant if we're able to get it. TDC markers on everything but the aircraft. So 2 of the face downs. Oops. Just keep one out of the bowl. I guess we'll use it. All right. +1. Come on. There we go. -2. Good. 0 and 0. All right, well, let's see what we can make of this. So those will cancel each other out, so we're basically looking at a 4. And we are an 8, so we need a 4 or less. Nope. Counterattack will be 4. +1 +3 makes 8. We're in shallow water in the East China Sea, so we can only subtract 4, which leaves 4. So 3 to 4 row, but we're cautious, so -1. Yeah, that's nothing. Well, definitely not worth sticking around for this, so we're going to withdraw. A rating, 7 or less. Got it. Try again next week. All right, then we'll have the halibut. Patrol move in. Transit event check. Safe. Search and contact. That's going to be nothing, I don't think. Nope. 7's not quite high enough to be a loner. So they will need an 8 or less, since they're also A rating, but didn't find anything. Good. Then we have the billfish. Transit event check. Only a 9 would require another roll. And search and contact. Ooh, 9-6. High density. 6 is a large convoy. So 3, 3, 2, and 1. All right, well, this looks kind of nasty over here, so I think I'm just going to try my luck over here in column D. We will go cautious just in case we get a, it's not going to affect how many we have to flip over, but if we get a diligent escort, it will potentially help. All right, let's see what we got. Carrier. Ooh, battleship. Okay. And then, ooh, a cruiser, which they don't have any of. So I believe, if I remember correctly, that just goes back in the cup and we don't draw a replacement. We don't reveal a replacement, not that we'd be able to in this case anyway. Depletion. No IJN replacement is drawn. SW set counters return to the cup. Yeah, that's it. And boom. Ooh, an auxiliary. Oh, we should have drawn our battleship already, but we'll do it now. I just happen to think with that Taiho, do you have to check? I forgot about IJN battleship doctrine. I'm wondering if I was even allowed to encounter it where I was. Oh, that's a carrier. Never mind. What was I thinking? Oh, the Issei. Yeah, I wonder if that would be bad if we weren't allowed to find them there and we didn't actually sink them. They're not 68T, so that's not going to come into play. So this would just be the usual IJN battleship doctrine rules. BB and BV other than Congo and Yamato may only appear in Empire, Pacific, Sea of Japan, and East China Sea. Then in War Period 3, they may also appear in the North Philippine Sea. So we were in... What were we doing at that time? Where was that? Was that in the Yellow Sea? Let's see. It was the Kingfish that got it. Where is the Kingfish? And the Haddo, the Apagon, the Batfish. Yeah, it was in the Yellow Sea. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is going to be bad. Oh, no. The Yellow Sea is not one of the places where you can find those battleships. Oh, man. Any battleships other than that are placed back in the cup reveal another counter in their place. I don't know that we had another counter to reveal. Man, I messed that up. Well, I'll definitely be taking away that 36,000 tons and restoring the BV Issei to their respective cups. That's in D, right? Issei is in cup D. Man. So -1 ship. Minus 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So sad. Yeah, and I can't really... I mean, I could go back and look at the video, I guess, and see if there was something else that should have been revealed in its place, but I'm just going to say that was the result. They didn't sink anything. That's a huge disappointment. All right, but now we're in the East China Sea, so we can find anything. So maybe we can get them back. I'm mixing them up well, so I don't just pick it right off the top. All right, it is the Yamashiro. Okay, almost as good. Only 7 defense, too. I think the Issei was, what, 8? I think so, yeah. 9 on the base game counter. We got no ASW this time, so we got a pretty good shot here. All right, then we need an auxiliary as well. And it is, this one again, the Tamatsu Maru. And let's confirm that the East China Sea is a place that it can show up. Yes, it is. All right. Well, let's make up for it here and get both of these guys sunk. All right. A couple of TDC markers. Come on. -3s. Yeah, it's a shame too that we now I'm regret going cautious because now we can't switch to aggressive in the reattack round. All right. Boom. -1. Come on. Oh. Boo. So we don't have a shot at the Yamashiro this time. We do have at the Tamatsu though. So it'll be a 4 + 1 for being over a column makes 5. -1 is back to 4. We're an 8, so 4 or less. So 0, 0. Oh, brother. Well, no, it's not even enough to damage it because they're 8,000 tons, which puts them on the 5 to 8 or the 5 to 9 row, so it only becomes a 1, which is nothing. All right. Here we go. Reattack. We'll stay where we excuse me, stay where we are. Big -2 or -3 this time on the battleship. We'll save it for last. +1, okay. Oh, come on. +2 again? Oh. This is terrible. Perfect opportunity here. All right, well, this is a 0 now. Well, this becomes a 1, so actually we do have a shot at it now. Do we want to take it? We need a 0. I mean, I should have said, but I stayed cautious. It doesn't really matter, cautious or standard. We're not doing a split shot anyway. Yeah. So this is a 0, so he's a 5 now. So we need a 3 or less to hit this, or a 0 to hit that. We got to go for it, right? Got to go for it. We need a 0. I think, what was it, at least a 7, I think, to sink something that big. Actually, they're on a lower row because they're 35, so I only need a 6 to sink it. So 0-6 is what we need. Oh well. Consolation, we wouldn't have hit the other one either, so that's gonna do it. Endurance check, 7 or less. Nope. Wow. Just add salt to the wound. All right, then the bowfin patrol moves over. Transit event check. Safe. Search and contact. 3-4. Low density, small convoy. So 2 and 1. All right, we're going to go aggressive. Column A. Oh, hold on. Getting ahead of myself again. I should replace these as I reveal them. There's something nice and fat here. Another one of these, the Miazen Maru. And we've already confirmed that they can show up in the East China Sea. We need a destroyer. And we got the Sagiri, I think. Yeah. And 3,000 ton merchant. Okay. It's not too shabby. -1 there, decent. -2 there. All right, let's see what we got for separate shots, and then we can decide if we want to split. So these are both -1 because we're aggressive. So 4 - 2 is 2, +1 is 3. That's a 2 hit on a 5, which means we'd hit on a 6. This is 2 +1 -3. That all comes out to 0, so they're just a 1. So that's a 7 for the 2 hit number. And we'd hit on an 8. So if we wanted to split it, we could go, they're 2 apart, so we'd probably want to go like, we'd want to prioritize this one though. So 5, 2. So this would become a 3, hit on a 4. This would become a 2, hit on a 3. I don't know. We still got the re-attack round. I'm thinking we just take our shot here and then hope for something good in the re-attack to go after that one with. So we'll just go after the merchant, needing an 8. Well, I think we got it. 3 becomes 4. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's the bowfin. $3,000 ton merchant. So let's see. Let's go. Did I do all this right? I think so. This goes 1, 2, 3. And up to there, and then this goes 1 and up to there. I'll double check that with the spreadsheet at the end to make sure I didn't mess up subtracting that 36 out. Okay, so he's gone. These could come off. We got a counterattack of 1 + 1 + 3 is 5. Shallow water, so we subtract 4. So they'll be on the 1 to 2 row with a +1 because we're aggressive. Nothing. All right, re-attack. We stay aggressive. So now we get -2 on our TDC. Unless it's a -3, and then we only get -1. So Perfect. All right, so that's a -4, so he's a 0, +1 is 1. We're an 8. We two-hit number is 7, so we need an 8 or less. And we need at least a 3 to sink it. Got it. So they also get the IJN Maru. For 8,000 tons. And that's one more ship, and 8,000. We'll take this back around to 0 and move that up. Okay. Not too shabby. Not 36,000, but still not too shabby. Counterattack. It'll still be the 1 to 2 row, but this time with a +2. Ooh, that's bad. 1 to 2, 11 is damaged RTB. And if the second roll is a 7 to 9, we're sunk. Unfortunately, it was a 1. So damaged and RTB. All right, so I think now that we've cleared this out, we got a path through here that we can bring our wolf pack safely without having to do any transit checks. And they will patrol there next turn. All right, I guess we might as well knock out this ultra area here in the Bonans. Though I think we said that these guys would actually be better off going into the Empire Pacific, right? Yeah. We'll just send them up there. Better odds of finding something, even with the bonus. So the Capeland, remember these guys only count as 2, so there's not going to be any congregating risk here. So the Capeland goes in, transit event check only on a 9. And then search and contact. 4-1 is going to be another sparse small convoy, which is 2 and 1. All right, looks like another aggressive situation here. This one's evading. So we'll just go here. Aggressive attack posture. Oh, come on. That other one's a destroyer too. I'm going to be a wee bit upset. The Hamikaze. Ooh, I wish I could keep that on there. Another auxiliary at least. Probably start rolling for these. There's so few left. The Tatakawa Maru, 11,000 ton oiler. Not quite as good as 20, but yeah, we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're down to 8 auxiliaries left. There is an 18 in there. Of course, we still got the Michael, who can only be encountered as a loner. But yeah, we got an 18, a 12. Of course, that 11, a 9, and 8. The Michael's an 11. 2 9s, an 8, and a 6. All right, well, let's make it 1 fewer here. 1, 0. Yeah. All right, well, it becomes -1 because we're aggressive. So 3 minus 1 is 2, plus 2 is 4. We are 8. That's a 2-hit number of 4. Aggressive posture means we'll hit on a 5 or less. Got it. Don't need to look up that 8. That's definitely a sink. So this is the Capelin. Gets the AO. I forgot to mark the designation on that other one. That was an AL. Still not sure what AL stands for. AO Tatakawa Maru. 11,000 tons. Starting to make up for that 36 we had to take off. Of course, it would be nice to have all this plus that 36. Let's see. So one ship, 11,000 tons. Now we do have another counterattack. Let's hope we don't roll another 9 on this. 2 this time, plus 1 plus 3 is 6. Minus 4 for our defense because of the shallow water. 1 to 2 row with a +1. At least it can't get to 11. So the worst they can do is damage us. 6 becomes 7. That's just in the safe zone. All right. And we will say sayonara to you. A rating, but we went aggressive, so we need a 6 or less. Got it. Excellent. Leave him on top, because if we put him under, it'll look like he's part of the wolf pack. All right, the blackfish will also move into here. So transit event check. Ooh, close. Search and contact. 6 and 1. Another small convoy. This one will be of the low density variety. So 221. All right. I think this one might call for a cautious posture. We'll do that. Well, let's see what it is before we decide. I think I'll be content with just leaving that there. Don't want to risk revealing a diligent escort there. I would have liked it to be lower, but it's the Satsuki. Yeah, we'll just leave it. We'll have to reveal that other one if we stick around for a counterattack, so hopefully we can get both of these down in the first round. Sorry if me placing these like this is messing with your OCD, but I figure since I'm flipping them over right away, it doesn't matter what orientation they are on the backside. All right, well that looks pretty promising for, oh, except we went cautious, darn it. Yeah. Well, let's see. I mean, we have made a split shot cautious before. This might be a case where it's still feasible. So these are both zeros because those can't exactly cancel out their defense. So they're just going to have 2. So each one is going to be a 6. I think we'd probably want to prioritize the one with higher defense. So we'll do 4 and 3. if we do this. But then remember, whichever one we don't pick as our unmodified TDC, though, gets +1 to the TDC and +1 to the 2 hit roll. So basically a net change of 2. So we definitely picked this as our unmodified. Yeah, and so we send 4 here. So we're just going to have to figure this out differently. So if we send 4 here, that 4 becomes 5. There's still a 2. So that means a 3 to hit that. And then here, this is actually a 0 now. So they're a 3, and we're only sending, well, we're sending 3 plus 1 is 4. So we're sending 4, so that's a 1. And then with our +1 die roll modifier, we actually need a 0. Yeah, I don't like it. We'll just go after this one on a 6. Got it. So the blackfish gets a 1,000 ton merchant. This one, and then counter attack. Is 2 plus 1, right? Yeah, 2 plus 1 plus 3 is 6. We're not in shallow water this time, so subtract their full defense of 4. Puts them on the 1 to 2 row with a -1 because we are cautious. 6 on the 1 to 2 is nothing. All right, is it worth for a measly 1,000 ton ship putting ourselves at risk here? I don't think so. We'll just withdraw A rating, so we need a 7 or less. Made it. Just out of curiosity, what would he have had to reveal? Oh, it would have been a 9,000 ton merchant. Oh man, we should have stuck around. Oh well. That was what we decided. I go here. That will do it for the Empire Pacific. Now we will go to the bone-ins and have the runner patrol move into there. So again, only a 9 matters for the transit event check. And search and contact with a +1. 9-0. It's going to be a high density small convoy with an extra ship, but not in column D because there's no number there. So 4, 3, and 3. All right, we got evading there. I knew that. This is kind of tough. I mean, we could go in B and kind of just stick with these red balls here across all 3 columns. We could go in column C, which gives us the option to move over to column D in the re-attack if we need to get away from something nasty here. Potentially have some nice targets here in column C. Or we could play it safer and just go over here in column A. You know what? I like this idea. we go standard because I'd like to have the option open to go aggressive in the re-attack round. And we're just going to start with these two. I want to see what these are. Okay, light cruiser. They still got some of those left. Yeah. 4 of them to be exact. I think we'll just roll for it. Okay, so top to bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. We'll re-roll a 9 or a 10. Well, not a 10, but a 0. 1. I guess I should really be doing 0, 1, 2, 3, but whatever. It's this one. The Tatsuta. Okay. Let's see what other goodies we can find here. That's not a goodie. Oh, a combat event. I haven't had one of those for a while. Almost forgot they existed. Let's see. Where's my combat event chart? Here we go. So let's roll and see what it is. A 0. Target lumbers into way. Nice. Japanese ship suddenly crosses the path of one or more torpedoes. Conduct the combat phase normally, but prior to conducting the first attack round, choose any face-down red ball flagged ship in the submarines or an adjacent column and reveal it and determine if it is sunk. So basically, as long as we leave one of these red balls down, which we will, well, I guess maybe we still got our radar option, but we'll attempt to leave one of those down so that it can lumber into the path of one of our torpedoes and get an automatic hit. We just have to roll for damage. All right, that was good. All right, and then let's try this top one. Okay, I'm happy with that. That does not get replaced. So now, prior to the first attack round, which would be now, we choose this ship, reveal it, and roll on the attack results table and see what happens to it. So we'll use the white die for that since that's normally what we use for attack results. 1 becomes 2. I think that's going to do it. No, it only damaged it. Oh, come on. That's disappointing. At least it nullifies its ASW. Although it was effectively nullified anyway because these were going to add together. So that one's been damaged. Now we can assign our TDCs. Looks like all of the ships that we can reach. So we assume this is a ship. Could very well be another aircraft. All right. +2, don't like. +3, really don't like. +1, don't really care about. And 0, wow. Those were not very favorable. Now it looks like we go after the cruiser. It's going to be They've got 1.5 revealed ASWs. That's going to round up to 2. So that makes them 6. And we are 8. Yeah, these are all going to be much worse. So we needed 2 or less. Nope. Wouldn't have mattered anyway with that 0. Okay, counterattack will be 1.5 rounds up to 2. Remember, his doesn't count because he's damaged. And then we've got 1 red box there, and 3 for the war period makes 6. Not shallow, so we subtract our full defense of 4 for the 1 to 2 row with no modifier. 5 is fine. All right, so now I think we do what I talked about and slide over to here so that we can ignore all of this and just focus on trying to get this guy down. And we'll switch to aggressive. Come on, be a good one. Not a good one. It becomes -1. And they've only got 1 ASW now. So 5 minus 1 is 4. We're 8. Oh, but they're over a column 2. So they're actually back up to 5. We're 8. So 3 is our 2-hit number. But with our aggressive posture, we'll hit on a 4 or less. So 50-50 chance here. Nope. And this time for the counterattack, it will be 1 plus 1 plus 3 is 5, minus our 4 defense is still the 1 to 2 row. And this time they get +2. Excuse me, because we're aggressive and it's the re-attack round. Let's not see a 9. 4 is fine. That becomes 6, which is still in the safe zone. For our endurance check, we did go aggressive, so we need a 6 or less. Got it. All right, that's the only sub that can reach that area, so we're done there. Guess we might as well move up here and knock out our Aleutians campaign. S31, search and contact. 3 and 6 is not good enough. They are a D rating. They didn't find anything, so they need a 5 or less. Nope. All right, next up is the S35. Search and contact. That's going to be a whole lot of nothing too. And it's not a sub v sub. You have to have, both dice have to be 0s for that. So they're also a D rating. Didn't find anything, so 5 or less. They do make it. Put them underneath. And then we have the S33. Search and contact. There we go. 5-9 will be a sparse task force. Not sure he wants to tangle with the task force, but that's what we got. 1, 1, 2, 3. All right, this one is too fast. And with the S33's 3 attack rating, I don't think he has any business over in column C or D. So we're going to set up over here in column A. And we'll go aggressive. Hope that this is something nice. Ooh, very good. And we got another one of these, the Nagitsu Maru this time. Let's see if we're allowed to encounter them in the Coral Islands. I'm kind of doubtful of that. Yeah, that's not a place we can find them. Simply remove it and return it to the AX pile. No ship is drawn in its place. So basically, we effectively found nothing, or at least nothing we can engage with in the first round. So we could go to the re-attack round and slide over to here and target those, but I don't think we will. So endurance rating, I don't think we get to use, we didn't, I mean, it's the -1 if we encountered no enemy contacts. Well, we did encounter enemy contacts, just nothing we could, ended up being nothing we could shoot at. So we're going to need a 4 or less. No. Okay. Then we will move further south, and we got just these 4 op areas here left, I think, around the Philippines. So we'll just start with the South China Sea one and work our way around. So the sailfish, search and contact. I think we're content with just having everyone patrol where they are there. 7 and 6. So it's going to be low density, large convoy. 2, 2, 1 and 1. All right, a couple of no solutions here. That one we know is evading, and this one is too far. Well, this gives us an interesting choice here. Do we set up in column B, go aggressive and try to go to town on those 3, or do we set up over here in column D, take a chance at finding some nice juicy target? I think we do that. We can't find the battleships here other than the 35T and the 68T, so let's see what this is. Oh, bad choice. Bad choice. The Uzuki. Well, we'll try to take him out. We can ignore his ASW for the first round anyway. A good TDC here. I didn't specify, so I guess we'll assume I went standard. Should have said that. Well, nope. He's out of reach. So no shot possible in the first round means there's no counterattack. And I think we'll just withdraw. So B rating means we need a 6 or less. Got it. All right, the Porpoise. Search and contact. 2.7 is not going to be good enough. So C rating found nothing, so they'll need a 6 or less. Ooh, just made it. And then Archer Fish. Oh, he's hiding in there, huh? Search and contact. Let's hope he finds something good. Nope. So A rating, found no contacts, means an 8 or less for him. All right, over to the North Philippine Sea and the grayling. Well, that's going to be a loner, I think. 1-9, yes. White box result on the first die, red box result on the second die means a loner. All right, so let's refresh my memory on how this is going to work. I know it's going to be, oops, I took the wrong marker. I want the sub, not the current operating area marker. We're going to be in column C, I know that, because it's war period 3. Let's see here, loners. Yep, we did all that. So, war period 3, we draw from cup C. Place the ship in the columns associated cup. And we roll a die, and if it's equal to or less than, oh, that's right, we might have to set up in an adjacent column. If it's equal or less than the tactical rating, then we can go in the same column, otherwise an adjacent column. All right, so let's do that. Let's draw our counter. Don't get to see it yet, though. All right, and then our tactical rating is 4. So we need to roll less than or equal to a 4 to set up in the same column. And we do. Which means we'll have the option to do surface gunnery if this isn't a warship. All right, so once we do all that, then we reveal the target unit. It is, ooh, a carrier, ooh. Might we have another shot at the Taiho? All right, we've got 3. And we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, reroll a 0. 6, nope, not the Taiho. It's the Chiyoda. All right. Goes back to C. All right. If it's a surface ship, proceed to the combat procedure below. It's actually on the next page. Resolve normally, except you can invoke combat event number 1 surface gunnery with a +1 DRM, unless it's a Japanese warship naval unit. Well, it is. Or if you're spotted. Or if it's a tropical storm and you roll a 0 and 1. Can use reattack. And then we'll get a -1 DRM on our endurance check at the end of the combat. All right, so we got a couple shots here at the Chiyoda. Oh, this shouldn't be here. He will have a counterattack since he's aircraft capable. All right, well, we're going to go aggressive. It doesn't really specify in here when you determine your posture. So I've been playing it that it's after you reveal it. right or not, but that's the way I've been doing it. Don't like that. So that becomes a 0 because of our aggressive posture. So they're a 3, we're a 7. So we need the 2 hit numbers are 4, so we need a 5 or less. Need those reversed. How many times have I said that? All right, their counterattack then will be, where are we at? Bonins, yeah, 1 + 1. I mean, it's a half, but it rounds up to 1. +1 + 3 is 5. We have 3 defense. Well, we're not in the Bonins. What am I talking about? We're in the North Philippine Sea. Still 1 red box, so that's all the same. We're not shallow. So we subtract our full defense of 3, which puts them on the 1 to 2 row with a +1 because we're aggressive. 4 is nothing. Ooh, glad it wasn't that 9. Wouldn't want those reversed. Okay, re-attack. Let's try again. Staying aggressive. That's better. So that becomes a -3. So now he's a 0. We're a 7. So with the die roll modifier, 8 or less. Anything but a 9. Oh man, that 2 wouldn't have done anything anyway. That would have damaged him. Wow. Dice hate me. Alright. Another counterattack on the 1 to 2 row with a +2 modifier this time. And that's a nothing. Ooh, again, wouldn't want those reversed. Alright, well, they get away. We get an endurance check with a -1 modifier, but we did go aggressive, so basically those cancel each other out. We're a B rating, so we need a 6 or less. Got it. All right, the Rock, search and contact. As I like to refer to them, Dwayne Johnson. 8-4. Moderate density, small convoy. 3, 2, 1. All right, we know this is evading. What do you know? Oh boy. I think we pull the column C trick here. We can duck over into column D if things in column B get nasty. Tempted to go aggressive right off the rip, but I think we'll just stay standard. So that we at least have the option to go aggressive then in the re-attack round. Yeah. The Akisuki. $5,000-ton merchant, okay. And a 3,000-ton merchant. All right, well, if we can get that 5,000 one down, then yeah, we'll slide over, get away from that destroyer. That'll more than make up for the column shift penalty. Sorry, that one's probably really driving people nuts because it's not even in the square. All right, 0 plus 2, boo, minus 1. All right, I guess. What would it be? 2 plus 1 plus 2 is 5. Plus another 2 is 7. Yeah, that's a 0. No thanks. So here we got 1 minus 1 is 0. 2. Actually, we're an 8, so that would have been a 1, but still. So this guy's a 2. We're an 8, so we need a 6 or less. We'll just do that. 1, 1. The 1 becomes 2, which is only enough to damage it. Okay. Counter attack. 2 plus 1 plus 3 is 6. Minus 4 is 2. So 1 to 2 row and no modifier. 6 is in the safe zone. 7 or less is fine in column in the 1 to 2 row. I think we stay here. The question is, do we switch to aggressive? I think the answer is yes. That guy's got 0 defense now because he's damaged, so maybe we can pull off a split shot here and get them both. That's good. That's good. All right, yeah, this has some possibilities here. So this is a minus 4, that's a minus 3. So here we're looking at 2 plus 1 plus 2 is 5. Minus 4 makes him a 1. So that's a 7 for the 2 hit number. Need to find me some D8s for this. And then this one is 0 plus 2. So he's a 2, but that's a minus 3, so he's a negative 1. So his 2 hit number is 9. Because D10s was what I really need. All right, they are 2 apart. We want to prioritize this one though, I think. So we'll do 5, 2. So this drops by 2 and becomes a 5. And this drops by 5 and becomes a 3. No, 4. Yeah, I like that. All right, so with our DRMs, we need a 6 to hit this one, and we need a 5 to hit that one. So let's try this one first. 6 or less. Oh, yeah. This is the Rock. Welcome to the Rock. M5T. Record it yet. Let's go ahead and roll for the other one. So we need a 5 or less for this one. got it too. Nice. 4 becomes 5, more than enough. All we had to do to it was damage it. So actually, yeah, as long as we hit it, we were going to sink that. Because even a 0 on the attack results would become a 1, which is enough to damage it. So we also got a merchant 3,000 ton. So it's going to be 2 ships. 2 for a total of 8,000 tons. So this is going to go back to 0. That moves up to 60. Very nice. But now we'll see what the Akisuki has to say about things. They probably don't think it's so nice. We're looking at, should be the same, right? 2 plus 1 plus 3 is 6, minus 4, 1 to 2 row, aggressive and re-attack though, so plus 2. Yeah, it's nothing. All right, A rating, went aggressive, need a 6 or less. Yes. The rock stays solid. Okay, Rasher, search and contact. Five zero. It's going to be sparse small convoy, which is 2 and 1. Okay, I think we'll go standard for this first round till we see what these are. It's going to be a destroyer. The Yamagumo. Ooh, nice. Let's get that 18,000 tonner out here. You know what? I'm going to roll for these. There's so few of them left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we might as well not include the Michael, so 6. So we'll just roll a d6 and top to bottom there. Oops, got that one upside down. 6. So it's the AX Goshu Maru, 9,000 tons. Just hoping for a 3 there. And, ooh, glad I didn't go aggressive. It's the Nokaze. So they become a 4 ASW. And they get an immediate counterattack on their special row. Looking for 5 or less to stay safe. Ooh, 8 is bad, bad, bad. That's damaged and RTB. So that's it for the Rasher. Alright, swinging down to the South Philippine Sea. S-44, search and contact. 9-8, wow. They're going after that high density task force. I think you bit off a little more than you could chew there, S-44. 1224. All right. Well, once again, these guys have no business over there in column C or D. So we're going to just set up here in column A. And debating possibly even going cautious just because they're not going to be doing any split shots. Might as well get the advantage in the counterattack, right? So yeah, let's go cautious. Combat event. A 5. Don't remember if that's good or bad. Where did my... Oh, I set it over here. 5 is... okay, it's... okay, I guess. It could be bad if that ends up being 2 diligent escorts. Cui favet fortuna, whom does fortune favor? So if we get a 0 to 4, it's good for us. If we get a 5 to 9, it's bad for us. It's bad for us. So it's deadly division. So if these are both diligent escorts, they both get to stick around, which could be fatal. Although I don't think, I mean, if they're both diligent escorts, there's no way we're gonna have a shot on them. So, but they will both get a. Well, we would have the option to make them non-diligent. Well, let's see what happens. Okay, merchant and merchant. Ooh, 7,000 tons. Nice. Guess we should have set up in that column, huh? Wait, what am I doing? Oh, Tim, you dummy. These guys only have a tactical rating of 2. I think I did that with the other S boat as well. I'm just so used to flipping 4 because everything else has a tactical rating of 4. Oh, brother. Well, we went cautious, so that was... I don't think I would have gone cautious, though, if I could only have flipped 1. If I had realized that. All right, well, let's do this. We'll say I went standard, and this was the second one I flipped, so we'll flip this one back over. But now I have the knowledge of what it is, so I will just say I'm going to withdraw no matter what, so I don't have an advantage in the reattack round. And we'll just do that to try to make this kind of right. S, the other S didn't get anything anyway, so I think we'll just leave that as is, but I'll make a note in the video that that was a boo-boo. All right. Yeah, even placed 4 TDC markers, I'm sure, too. Well, maybe not, because weren't they... Wait, wasn't that the one where there was like a ship, one ship here, nothing here? So we may have been okay on that one, because I think there was only one ship in his range anyway. But yeah. Been away from the game too long. I need to remember, not all your submarines have a tactical rating of 4. And obviously I won't target this one unless this ends up being impossible to hit, because I wouldn't have known what was under there. All right, so 2 minus, or well, 2 plus 1 minus 1. So he's a 2, we're a 3. So we need a 1 or less. Or no, we're a 4 because of the plus 1. So he's a 2, we're a 4. We need a... did I even do that right? Did I say he was an 8? I have to go back and look at that again. We're a 4, he's a 2, so we need a 2 or less. And we didn't get it. And true to my word, I will, since I already know what that is, I will say I'm going to withdraw because that's too big of an advantage knowing what that is for the reattack round. So 3, or not 3, D rating. I hate making mistakes like that. They need a 4 or less. Got it. We'll slip him under there. And then the Pompano. Search and contact. Wow, high density, small convoy. 322. No solution here. Evading. Pompano is a 4 attack, 3 tactical rating. Make sure I watch that after my last goof up. Well, set up here then. We'll go standard attack posture. Just flip these 3 over. Auxiliary. The Goshu Maru. Just saw that one recently. Excuse me. Oh no. Fooled again. It's the Hibiki. Yep. So +3 to their ASW makes them a 4. Oh, I think I forgot this last time. Crash dive. So we can attempt to crash dive. Nope. And then diligent escort, special counter attack. Oh, they sink us. Wow. Right there, Pompano is gone. All right. Chalk up another sub lost. Up to 74 now. All right, well, that was the last one in the South Philippine Sea. So over to the South China Sea 2. Sea Dragon, search and contact. 3 and 2 is not good enough. They are a B rating. Encountered no enemy contacts, so they need a 7 or less. Nope. RTB for them. The Snapper. Search and contact. 2-9. Well, I think that's going to be a loner. Yes, it is. White box for the first die, red box for the second die. So let's see what they come across. Well, they have better luck than our last sub that found a loner. All right, these go back like that. We draw one from column C. We have to roll less than or equal to their tactical rating of 4 in order to set up in the same column. Nope. We will be adjacent, so no surface gunnery. It looks like this is probably going to be a warship, but maybe not. Yes, it is. Found the Oshio all by their lonesome. All right, we will go. Let's do cautious posture here. May not even have a shot. Probably not. I think it'll be. Well, we're a 6, they're an 8, or no, they're a 9 because they're over column. So we have to pull a -3 to even have a shot. And we did not. So no shot possible, which means no counterattack, and we will withdraw. And we do get a -1 to our endurance check because it was a loner. So with their B rating, that means they need a 7 or less. Ooh, just made it. And then one more. The Cisco. Search and contact. 4-8. I think that's just enough. Sparse. Task force. Nope. Over here. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the Cisco Blau class, so I think we'll see if we can find something sweet over here in column D. Let's go cautious. Battleship. Good start. South China C2, though, it's going to have to be either a 68T or a 35T, I think, to be able to be found. Ooh, and it is. It's the Fuso. Got the Issei, which cannot be found here. So that will, let's see. Oh, sorry, it's 32T and 68T that we can find. So actually, we didn't find this one either. Yeah, and they go back in the cup, reveal another counter in their place. So we still haven't revealed anything yet. There we go. Auxiliary. The Tsukushi Maru, 9,000 tons. And we still got to do 2 more, so it's going to be these 2. Another auxiliary. 18,000 tonner. Ooh, there it is. The Kamoi. And party pooper. Be small. Nope. The Satsuki. All right, let's see what we can do. Zero, that's not very helpful. Oh, he gets the nice one. Another zero. Well, we could go after this. It'd be basically the same as going after it. Well, it'd be actually easier than going after that because we can ignore his ASW. That would give us a free shot in the reattack round. So we did that. This would be a 6 plus 1 for being over a column is 7. Minus 2 is 5. We're an 8, so that would be a 3 on the 2 hit. So that would be the same. This one would be a little bit easier, I think. Well, maybe not. 3 plus 2 is 5. 0. That's also a 3. So all of them would be 3 or less to hit. So I think we might as well try to take out the destroyer, eh? So 3 or less. Yes, got him. Nice. So the Cisco gets the DD Satsuki. That's it. Say TSUKI 1T. Loop. And one ship, 1,000 tons. So that means there is no counterattack. And I mean, I guess we might as well switch to standard in case we get super lucky with the TDCs and can pull off a split shot. We don't want to move over here because then we'd have to reveal that. Even though I'd like to line up a better shot on the Kamoi. I think we're best to just stay where we're at. We need a couple of -2s or -3s here. Nope. And nope. All right. Well, the Kamoi it is. This is going to be a -1. Excuse me. Which will nullify the column shift. So he's a 4. We're an 8. We need 4 or less. Let's roll that 1-9 again. Oh, look at that. Oh, called it. Nice way to end our patrolling. So we also get the AV Kamoi. 18,000 tons. So the sting of having to undo the sinking of the Issei is mollified a little bit there. Bloop. And another ship. And 18,000 tons. So this will go to 9. This will go to 70. All right. Very good. For endurance check, we did not go aggressive, so A rating, 7 or less. Oh, come on. All right, and that is indeed all of our ships out on the sea. So now we can bring out our stuff from the bases. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 coming out of Dutch Harbor. We've already got 3 in the Coral Islands. So I think we send 1 over there. Flip to patrol side. Send the other 3 to the Aleutians. And we'll probably end up sending 2 of them over here after these 2 come home. You can't see what I'm talking about. After these 2 come back, we'll be able to send 2 of these over to the Coral Islands, since the Aleutians is kind of terrible for finding stuff. All right, how about Pearl Harbor? Well, let's look at our bases, or our tenders first, I guess. So we got 1 coming out of the Fulton, 1 coming out of the Sperry, and 3 with one of our super skippers coming out of the Bushnell. Let's figure out where we want these to go. We got a Belau with the super skipper and then 2 Gatos. Let's see, we got room for 1 there. We got room for 1 there. No room up there. And room for 1 there. So I guess we go this one's a little bit better. Let's go here, here, and here, I guess. We'll send the Andrews in the Tang up to South China Sea 1. No transit event check needed for any of these. We'll just send the Darter over here. We'll send the Whale up here. All right, and then coming out of the Fulton, we have the Burrfish. So let's have him go. Looks like just to the Marianas. And then 1 out of the Sperry. We can send them up into the Sea of Japan. They will have congregating risk moving through the Coral Islands. So their -1 will get canceled by the congregating risk, so it's going to be a net +2. So 6 through 9 could potentially be hazardous. Ooh, just made it. All right, now we've got 1, 2, 4 coming out of pearl. We've got 2 Balaus and 2 Gatos. They're going to go either here or here. I think we send the Balaus to the North Pacific and leave them on transit side. Whoops. So that they can get up into the Sea of Japan next turn. And then we'll send the 2 Gatos down here. Whoops. And I think we'll go ahead and put them patrol side. They can move into either the Marianas or the Bonans. Okay. That's going to do it. So lastly is the end turn segment. We've already checked our spotted markers. Remove the ultra markers. Where's our other one at? Oh yeah, yellow sea. And no tropical storms or typhoons. Advance the date markers. We're still a long way off from needing to check the war progress. So that's going to take us into week 3. So that's going to conclude this episode of Silent War 2.0. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.